Hello everybody. Today we're going to talk about an electric drilling machine with an object-oriented approach to it. Okay, last time we saw about how a drill works, what is machine, how a machine architecture is there, and how things are done, and what is an assembly diagram, what is a state diagram, and things like that. So basically, for object-oriented approach, you have three things to specify for a design work. What are the three things that you design? Three things that you use. It's called one is called functional diagrams. Then you have data diagram. Data diagrams can be object diagrams and things like that. Okay, function and objects are put together. Function and data are put together, and they are called objects. Okay. Now we have the third one is called a state diagram. State diagram is functional unit which at a particular state what the machine is. What is the machine status? Okay. So if you are pressing this, okay, if you are pressing this, it's got one functionality. Okay, that is to drive the spindle. Now if you turn this way and then you press it, it is going to go in the opposite direction. Okay, so that is called state diagrams. Okay, when you want to do a state diagrams, you have to say that if you press this one and then press it, then it goes the other way. Then you have press this way and then this goes the other way. Now it's switching on is a state. Okay, now you are switching on the thing, then it is powered on. It is a kind of state. Now the machine is on, which is a particular state. What is the state? The state is the machine is on. Okay, that is called a state. Okay, so what is a state diagram? State diagram is what is the machine when it is on. Okay, when it is switched on the left side and then pressed, then it goes on the right. So the pressing is a state. Okay, now the movement to left and right is another state. Left driven, right driven, those kind of states. Okay, now each functional states are there different for different things. Okay, so you have to understand that. Okay, what is the thing? One is called the functional diagram. Functional diagram, the blade is doing what? The spindle is going to spin, the magnet is going to use the magnet and things like that. Okay, so for any things you have what is called an assembly diagram, then you have a object diagrams. Object diagrams are like this, okay, basically, but it doesn't have to specify the functions of each of this. Right now it does not, it is just a rough object diagram, but doesn't specify the function of each one of those units. But that is a functional diagram. Okay, functional diagram is what is the how the flux works, how the electricity works, and things like that. Those kind of are functional diagrams of each one of those. Okay, assembly diagrams, then object diagrams, then functional diagrams. Then you have what is called a state diagram. State diagrams is what when it is switched on, what is the state? When it's switched off, what is the state? Now I'm going to switch it off. Okay, so I'm switching it off. That is the state of that particular machine. Now if you press it, will it work? It won't work. So it is not working. So this is called a state diagrams. So these are called state diagrams. What state it will be, the machine will be at that particular thing, or what the class will be at a particular point. What kind of classes and each object, what state it will be. At this point, the state will be for this object. In state diagrams is completely independent of mostly out of function and objects. Okay, so the class diagram